Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sonic Classic Heroes Team Chaotix. In the last episode, we obtained some more emeralds in the process, actually collected the rest of the soul emeralds, and we are 3 chaos emeralds remaining from completing the full sets. Pieces are sold separately. Into Spring Yard Zone with Vector, and using his dash ability, climb up over the top there. Don't know how I clipped there. And Vector has a bit of an oversized sprite, which kind of makes him prone a little bit. Or if not, well, actually, may not be. Who knows? I don't really know where the hitbox lies on Vector, Charmy, and SBO. Go up to this section here. But first, grab some more rings. Try to meet that quota before we head to the end of the stage. Switch over to Charmy, so that way we can climb up here. Forgetting that Charmy can't jump at all. You must have to point the direction you want him to go and press the jump button to move him. Right into the enemy at the tail end of the attack. Now it's SBO's time to shine because got hit with Vector, got hit with Charmy. Let's go with a perfect trifecta, shall we? And we're getting near the end of the stage as well. There we go, switch over to Vector Crocodile. 2 crab meats, ring box on the bottom, collect some more of these. Luckily I didn't get hit there, otherwise that would have been a big mistake. Because this is the end of the level right here. Special Stage 5 coming up. Boy, that stage took a minute, didn't it? Anywho, luckily we were able to get the Chaos Emerald for that one. 2 more special stages into Act 2. Ooh, I was never fond of those enemies. Never since the beginning. I was never fond of those enemies because you have to roll into them. You can't jump on them because of the spikes on top. They hurt you. And they can be a pain in the butt. And sometimes they just pop it coming out of nowhere. Not pop in, but come out of nowhere. Even after all these years of playing, they still get me. So does everything else in this stage, really. This is one of the more tougher stages to navigate through. I would say one of the more tougher platforming challenges to go or platforming acts to go through, but definitely not the worst stage overall. I would say. Again, Vector with the hit. And here's why I was scared of it, that I wouldn't have enough rings to get to the end of the stage. But luckily, jump, aim your shot. Take the upper path and you get loads of rings, so that provides more than enough for the special stage. Special stage number 6. Remember, it may have been in last part, when I mentioned about the 3 different ways that special stages in Sonic 1 can go. Get them immediately, take forever to get them, or just die. In that particular case, though, Special Stage 6, normally that's usually a quickie for me, normally speaking. But that took a hot minute to get, and Vector does not seem to like the special stages whatsoever. I seem to have noticed. But this is Act 3 now. We don't have to worry about ring quotas or anything of the sort since there's no big ring in this one, since this is the boss act. So we're just going to run our way through. See if we can... There we go. In hindsight, probably should have attempted using Charmy on the left over there. See if we can go over the top. Like just going through this... Okay, that was dumb of me. But by going through this way, see, it's a bit slower. Like slow. Luckily, though, these platforms don't take too long to navigate, so you can just go work on through. There you go, Charmy. Now fly through the rest of the stage because I'm getting sick of Spring Yard. And there we go. And Charmy can indeed roll into a ball. I'm surprised. Go, Charmy. Just go. Thank you. Just ignore the lightning barrier there. Charmy's like, I just want to go. And speaking of going, we're almost at the end of the act itself. We're at the boss fight. Ow. SPO. SPO. What's happening to you, sir? And that takes care of Spring Yard Zone with Charmy. Okay, but Vector's in front because fuck Charmy. Now off to everyone's favorite zone of the game with a catchy as hell tune. Ladies and gentlemen, our water level of the game, and boy, I mean it by water level, of Labyrinth Zone. This stage normally, you spend about, I would say, 85 to 90% of the stage underwater. Luckily, with Team Chaotix and the bubble elemental shields we have, this is not so much difficult. Or this is not as difficult as it normally would be. This is not so difficult. This is not much difficult. English speaks well. I am trying very hard here to make sure I still have the bubble shield because I do not want to be stuck here underwater. I want to try to get through this level as fast as I can. As notes of my impatience coming up. No! Vector, what are you doing? There you go, like that. Woo! Okay. That was close. And we have a bunch of slowdown because of not just the water level being slow, but now it's just extra characters and bubble shields, more sprites on screen, more lag ensues. Oh boy. And this is probably where I spend a lot of time actually, like in-game wise. I have no idea how it managed to get in between those spikes, but you know what? I'm going to take it. And it looks like we are approaching the near end of the act. And right now, yes, we are. Well, not yet, not yet. Sorry, the pattern kind of looks familiar. We still have to go through this cork section first, in which the water does rise up. If you are on top of the cork, when the water rises, it hits the wall. Guess what? You get crushed. You lose a life. Bing, bang, boom. One great thing about this is that even if you do lose your shield, you can actually switch out to a different partner and you would still have the shield protection. But we have one more special stage to go through. And Charmy died off screen. Wonderful, great. We need to get this one to complete the set. Here we go. We now have all 7 Chaos Emeralds, all 7 Soul Emeralds. We now have the ability to turn into Super Team Chaotix. All you need is 50 rings and double jump in the air to activate it. But can we get 50 rings now? Well, luckily we don't have to worry about ring quotas or anything of the sort anymore, so we can just try to blaze on through these stages as fast as we can. But let me tell you something right now, even though we are in Labyrinth Zone and the characters can indeed move faster, doesn't mean that your time in Labyrinth is going to be any more easier. Well, correction. It will be a bit easier, but don't think you could probably get through this fast unless you are some sort of Sonic 1 demigod speedrunner or anything of the sorts that knows every single trick and glitch of the game. Whoa! Super Transformation is now here, and the S monitors are now in there. I believe they do get replaced with the invincibility monitors. That's what I'm trying to say. Vector, when he goes super, if you charge from a distance, and if you're able to hit the wall or grab onto the wall, like Knuckles' Earthquake attack when he grabs onto the wall, Vector has the same ability. He can crush all enemies on screen, basically a screen nuke. And there went SBO in the background, into the water below. And there he goes again. Now moving on to Labyrinth Zone Act 3. Whee! Good thing for this bubble shield. I do love the bubble shield. It really does come in handy. Not my favorite of the elemental shields, though. I would give that honor to the lightning shield. Ow. We're going to take the top path here because it's, well, technically speaking, the bottom path is quicker. Top half, don't really show off much at all, especially even playing as, you know, normal Sonic 1. I don't really play this section often. Super Transformation, and Charmy is just now flying all over the place. And since he has the bubble shield, he should be fine with not needing any air. And we don't have to worry about not being super for the rest of the level. No, Charmy down. You gotta go down. There you go. Thank you, Vector, for that. Okay, here's where I make a little bit of a mistake because I went a little too far to the right. What you're supposed to do is go up to the left. Normally, you're supposed to take the bottom path and you work your way around, but Charmy's just flying all over the damn place. He's ignoring every obstacle possible, and he makes this boss fight a damn joke. Just take a look for yourself. And that takes care of Labyrinth Zone. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Hope everyone out there has a fantabulous day. Love, peace, and chicken grease to all. And to all a good night.